one more walking in. I don't know whether I should start or wait. Which is the more embarrassing? She walks in, we clap, or she'll sneak in, I guess. That's right. We'll do that. So we're through now. Thank you so much for coming out here on a busy time in May. I know everybody has so much going on this time of the year. You know, there's no way you can avoid the end of the year stuff. It's just, you know, one year I tried to have the recital in April, and it didn't work. So you just have to have the end of the year stuff. That's just the way it is. Tonight to me is really special. I love all my kids, and I think all three recitals have a lot of unique and special things in it. But tonight's recital, I think you're really lucky to be here for tonight's recital. I have 7 seniors this year, but 5 of them are in today's recital. But in addition to having 7 seniors that have been with me 12 plus years and leaving, I also have 10 beginners that have just had 1 year, and some of them have only had 15 weeks of lessons. So it's really kind of cool that you've got the different range of it. So I'm hoping that it will inspire you beginners to want to one day be the seniors that you're going to see in a little bit, which is a really cool thing. So if you notice the recital cover, you knew it was bound to happen. And I was eventually going to use the Be Calm. And one of the parents came in tonight and said, well, after all, I was the queen of the piano teachers. They expected me to use this. So, well, that was really good, whoever said that to me. I appreciate that. That was a good job. I'll give you a reduction in lessons next year, calling me the queen. So, but, you know, it's kind of I started to write Be Calm and practice song, but sometimes practicing is not very calming. But there's definitely something about playing that can calm the spirit. It speaks to the soul. It's something that these kids will have with them for their entire life. Something that they can enjoy by themselves, they can enjoy with others, they can play in different functions. It's just, you know, being able to play an instrument is just a tremendous, cool thing to know. Also, for you guys tonight, I hope you can sit back for the next hour or so and actually be calm. You know, I hope your cell phones are off. I didn't even bring mine in with me, which is really unusual. Hope your cell phones are off and you can sit here and just enjoy the evening and the kids playing. As you might realize, I may talk a little more, which doesn't mean you need to leave, okay? For those of you who know me, you go, how can I possibly talk a bit more? But, you know, I just want to have a relaxed evening. We're back to a senior, Scotty Smith.
Yeah, sure. So I guess when trying to think about what senior piece I wanted to play, I was kind of conflicted between 2. I had one that my grandfather wanted me to play, and he lived in Florida for a while, and then he was calling and saying, I want you to play this song, I want you to play this song. I was like, all right. And then now he moved in with us not too long ago, so I actually had to learn it. And so it's between that piece and then Georgia on My Mind was a piece that I tried to learn last year, and I actually couldn't do it by the time recital came around, so then this year I wanted to try and play it again, and I was conflicted, and then we figured we could just mix the 2 together. So,
That's why we call it Last Day in Georgia.
yeah, the first song's called Last Date by Floyd.
Well, how many of you remember Floyd Cramer? Oh, some of you older people remember Floyd Cramer. Don't act like y'all remember Floyd Cramer. I'm not the only one. We remember Floyd Cramer. Absolutely. Scotty Smith. I'll do it for him too. Okay, we're up here just to cry our eyes out. Okay, you guys did a great job, and now you got to come up and do your group piece. y'all did was the hardest part. Now here's the hardest part, the top of action. It's I wonder if I can do it. You know, you have seniors, and I have two others here tonight. Has Ben gotten here? Did Ben make it here? Did Elizabeth come? No, not Elizabeth Ferguson. Elizabeth Ferguson. Okay. But Ben, come on up. We'll put you. You come down here instead. So Ben is also one of my seniors. He played in Tuesday night's recital, and he was willing to come back and just be part of this evening, which is really special that he was willing to do that. And Elizabeth, the other one who's playing tomorrow night, is trying to get here tonight, but I don't think she's going to make it. And but you know, Ben's in a group, and Ben knows how much I love him, and we talked about him on Tuesday night, so we won't talk too much about you tonight. But he's in a group with some other kids that are continuing, that will return. But to have a group of all seniors is just amazing. You know, usually there'll be a senior in different groups, but these 5 kids, they have been the most fun and the most frustrating groups that I think I've ever called. They, you know, they've not been together the whole time. It kind of started off, I guess, with Chris. Well, Royce was kind of out there by himself at first. Couldn't talk your buddies into taking. And finally, they listened to you, right? Wise stuff. They started piano, and then Adam and Chris start, and we kept trying to get Scotty to come to the group, but he never felt he was good enough to be in this group. Okay, Scotty, you know. And then one day there came a girl on the horizon, Montana, and the group was never the same. Never the same. You know, to talk about each one of them, Scotty will always have a special place in my heart. Because my mother, who died 10 years ago, used to live across the street from Scotty. And she would walk, and she'd see Scotty out in the yard, and she fell in love with Scotty. And she said, Scotty, you need to come and take the piano with my daughter. And he listened to her, his parents did, and at the age of 4, he joined my studio. I've raised this child. I've not paid for his braces. I'm not paying for his college education. But, this is my son over here. And then, some of you know that all of you probably know I'm involved with dogs a lot, and we had the kennel, and I think that's where I met Adam at. His parents came in and was boarding their dog, and I think the connection started there. They heard that I taught piano. It might have been my mom who told you. I probably was, right? She was my best PR person, and so Adam comes on the scene, and then I think Chris's family came to the kennel. It was like, thank heaven for dogs. I'm not going to have any students, maybe. Royce. I think my mom lived in the same neighborhood too, and I had a chance to know Royce's dad, which was a very special person. He'd be very proud of me. And then Montana, I can't remember where she come from. I don't remember. Okay, oh, that's right, from the Duke School. I have a great connection with the Duke School, and so Montana came to me, and she says she remembers the first thing at the lesson was I told her, I said, Montana, I do sometimes belch a lot. And she remembers that. And I said, Montana, why is that the one thing you remember about me? But she does. They have grown into just beautiful young adults. They're smart. They're bound to have lots of summer loves. This is a good-looking group over here. Ben is making me the proudest because he's going to Duke to be a Karen crazy. I'm sure the rest of y'all could have gone there too. You just chose not to. And then Chris is going off to state, going into engineering, following the path of his brother. But he still likes the Blue Devils, right? Right. And then we got Royce over there, who is our singer and actor and all, but he's headed off to UNCW. He's going to be a he's going to do surfboard swag. He's going to be a swag. That's what he's going to do. We got Scotty, who obviously from his song is going to Georgia Tech. So he'll have his last day in Georgia. I'm sure he'll have lots of first dates in Georgia. Is your girlfriend here tonight? Yes. Never mind. He's had his last day. He will not have any more in Georgia. And then we got Adam, who's headed off to Penn State to follow his brother. And Montana's headed off to Lehigh. We're not sure if Pennsylvania will ever be the same again. So the traditional gift that the seniors get is a pillow that says, plays well with others. And I think that's obvious. And I expect this to be in y'all's bed at school. So, you got yours overnight, right? We'll take the job. So, I choose a song each year that is representative of the year and the group. And this is a song that I thought about doing other years, and it just never felt right. So I don't know how many of you know the song Through the Years. It's Kenny Rogers' song. And the words in this song are just, to me, so appropriate for this year's senior class. It's the largest senior class I've ever had, 7 seniors. And the words, if you happen to read it, and this is us. It says, I can't remember when you weren't there. When I didn't care for anyone but you. I swear we've been through everything there is. Proms, driving, me saying, calling them up and saying, I saw how fast you went out of my driveway. Don't do that. Can't imagine anything we've missed. Can't imagine anything that 8 of us can't do. Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my life around. And the sweetest days I found with you through the years. I've never been afraid. I love the life we've made. And here's my favorite line. And I'm so glad you stayed through the years. I dedicate this to them, to your parents, to hopefully future seniors, to my husband who has stayed with me through the years and come to all these recitals, to a dear colleague friend of mine who's also through here, been with me through the years. So if I can get through these tears, I'd like to play this song for you. 12th year. Excuse me. I've already forgotten you. Oh, well. Scotty Smith was 14th year. I've never had one with me for 14 years. So you were the, and that was one of his goals 3 or 4 years ago. I'm not leaving. I'm going to be the 14th year student, the first one. Adam Boyner, 11th year. Christopher Schmidt, his 11th year. Montana, 11th year. And last night, or 2 nights ago, it was Ben for his 12th year. So what a great looking senior class. If I could ever be so. I appreciate so much you indulging by staying through a little bit longer recital. To me, it was a really special evening, and I hope those that are not seniors will want to continue piano and will return next year. And please grab some refreshments as you're leaving. I'll be in touch with you real soon about summer.
Don't leave, group picture.